We're joined by Dr. Richard Gilroy, a hepatologist and medical director for the liver transplant program at Intermountain Medical Center in Murray, Utah. Welcome, Dr. Gilroy.
Thanks for having me.
We're in the midst of the International Liver Transplant Society Congress, big deal every year. Tell us, how does research impact the way you deliver care as a physician?
So at the end of the day, it's always a question of what we're doing today what we need to be doing in the future? And what breaks that barrier, what puts us to being better than what we are now, is research. The ILTS, as I call it, is a critically important component of the voice of research. It presents and actually collects together all of the leaders of all of the transplant programs throughout the world in one venue. And the simple objective, how can we improve what we are doing today for our patients tomorrow?
Now, you attend the ILTS on a regular basis. Is the pace of research and change such that you're learning new things every year that are improving care?
So some changes happen very quickly. Other changes happen more slowly, but every year we learn something new. I've missed one conference, which was in Korea, in the last 19 years. And all of the conferences have taught me something new. In the early phases, so my first conference was in 1997, my learning curve was very high, but that was for two reasons. One, I was new to liver transplant, and two, the amount of change that was occurring at that point in time was enormous. The immunosuppression tacrolimus was new on the market, and its impact upon patient care and outcomes was phenomenal. What do we have today that's a dramatic change as compared to before? Well, we have new therapies for hepatitis C that after transplant have allowed us to treat hepatitis C and cure virtually everyone who has the infection at transplant. And at Intermountain, something new and something novel that hadn't been done anywhere else in the country was that we actually chose to actively give an infected liver to a person without hepatitis C, knowing that we could cure them. And why was that important? It was a competing risk analysis that Dr. Charlton and others at the institution came up with, which is you've got a 1 in 3 chance when you go on a transplant wait list that you'll get removed without a transplant. You've got a 1 in 50 chance or less of not treating successfully hepatitis C. And we know that when you put a hep C liver into a hep C recipient, the likelihood of that liver failing in a year is no different than if you put a hep C negative liver in. So the argument was, well, you're likely to die if you don't do it. We provided patients with critical information, an informed consent process, and we've moved forward with that, and that research is an abstract that we've submitted to this meeting. And we believe that it will be received, and hopefully it will change the way people look at what appear to be damaged goods and see them as great opportunities.
Well, thank you. That's a tremendous example of the application of research in patient care. So, yeah. Thank you for joining us today.
No worries. Thank you.